It's nearly 11 o'clock. I've been sitting doing some admin, just dragging myself back to the real world. This is the problem when you work in a school, or if you do any kind of teaching, and you have this ridiculously long summer holiday, which is kind of incredible. But it's very, very hard to then drag yourself back to real life when you have just not been doing it for such a long time. So I've been sort of grinding my head back into gear, into sort of teaching mode for the last couple of hours. More or less vaguely on top of things, but that aside, I'm currently sitting in the concert saloon, my lounge essentially, and the boat is outside Castleberry Park on the Grand Union near Watford, near P&S Marine, the boatyard where the piano was craned in and the hull was blacked, and actually where I need to bring the boat back in the coming months to have the blacking done again. All that to say that this is the first time that I've really taken the boat properly out of the marina for excuse me, for more than half a day really. So I had a friend staying with me for the last couple of days, and we have brought the boat excuse me, we've brought the boat from the marina out to this nice quiet mooring, and the plan was to turn around and go back again, and to do that in sort of 3 days. But what I forgot, because I've never really been in charge of routes before, that was very much Mass's domain, and I was sort of happy to let him get on with that. What I forgot is that everything takes twice as long as the planner says it will, because this boat is so wide that you have to go so slowly so as to not disturb the moored boats. And there's moored boats all the way along this stretch. So basically there's no real opportunity to sort of get any kind of momentum going. So there's been a very, very slow progress. And also she was helping me with some of the locks, which was great. But even when you've got two people, it just takes such a long time doing the locks. And a lot of them I've done on my own as well. So that's even slower. So I'm sort of thinking like 25 to 30 minutes per lock kind of thing, which is fine. But it's meant that it's kind of taken all this time to get halfway rather than there and back. So what I decided to do was, she went home today, and I decided to stay out for a few more days and go up as far as King's Langley and turn back again, which feels like an incredibly adventurous thing to do. So I'm going to be solo cruising for the next 3 days, which is, it's kind of exciting. It's kind of cool actually. Mixed in with all the usual sadness, etc., and kind of moments of thinking this is simply not fun. It's just more fun when you have another person to share it with. However, it's fine. It will be a really good thing to do. I've got the cats to keep me company, and actually tomorrow it's going to be raining apparently, but oh well. Good morning. Good morning. This is our weather today. Woo! What do we think? You're not going to be joining me outside, are you? Didn't think so. So this morning I am here just before this bridge. So my plan is to go somewhere along here. I haven't decided yet whether I want to moor up before King's Langley or in King's Langley, because there's a turning point here. So I'll probably do that tomorrow. But don't really want to stop by the M25, so we'll see how we get on. There's quite a lot of locks to do, so just have to see how long it takes, I guess. To protect as much of the helm as I can because we've got the hybrid there, the keys in there, but I do need to see the rudder indicator, so I hope it's watertight. Isabel, I know. First solo lock of the day. Here we go. Well, isn't this a delightful summer holiday? Just waiting for this very, very slow lock to fill. Seems like the ground paddles are not actually doing anything, so it's just taking a very long time. She wants me to come in, or she wants to come out, but she does not want to come out into the rain. When I was a child, I had a system whereby I decided if it was raining heavily, the way I would tell is if the water dripped down my nose, then I could safely conclude that it was heavy rain. Now I'm wearing a cap today, so this method doesn't really work, but what do we think? It is dripping off my cap. Does that count? Would we safely say that this is heavy rain? Guess who I can hear? Hello! I know, it's not much fun, is it? You could sit under the umbrella, look. Should we try putting you there? Careful. Hey, don't go there. The last thing we need is for you to fall in the lock. Why don't you just sit there? The other one, not so sure. Charlotte, what are you doing? Hi. I've done probably about 5 hours so far. I started off quite late actually, so it's already 4:30. So maybe just over 5 hours. I think I left at about 11. I'm just shy of King's Langley now. I have 2 more locks to go before I can turn around. So I'm quite hungry and quite soggy. So I've changed my socks, changed my jumper. Rain was just dripping down everywhere, everything. Quite sad to see that there's a few new scratches. I guess it was inevitable, but it hurts. I I don't know, what am I supposed to do about this? Yeah, I suppose it is inevitable when you're cruising. Scratches happen, trees, there was the odd bit of concrete going through a bridge. Not dramatic, but enough to leave a mark, which is a bit sad. So that's a whole other issue I need to get my head around, but I've just decided to stop for now, and then I might do another maybe couple of hours later, see if I can turn around and then moor up for the night, because it's supposed to stop raining around 5 and it has actually brightened up. So if it stays like this, it will really be quite pleasant, but it's just been so soggy that I honestly don't mind the rain. I'm very happy to cruise in the rain, but I was getting quite cold, so that wasn't fun. I'm gonna have something to eat, have a hot drink, and then carry on, I guess. So, finally have stopped for the evening. It's taken me, yeah, literally more than double, possibly more than double. Let's say double what it said it should have taken. Yeah, let's say double, because that's kind of a useful benchmark to go by. Basically, it's taken me 8 hours. I'm in Kings Langley now. Left Castlebury Park this morning at the sort of the lower end of Castlebury Park, like the Harefield end, if there is such a thing. Turned around in Kings Langley, and I think I'm slightly, I mean, at the north end, shall we say. So I've probably done, or probably have, maybe 8 hours to do tomorrow and Monday to get back, but I do need to start a bit earlier, because then I can actually stop for lunch before like 4 o'clock, which is what I did today. It's been fine. It has rained all day, literally all day, and the cats have been not too pleased about that. But I met some lovely people who helped me with some of the locks, so that was very much appreciated, because everything just takes so much longer. But I cannot tell you how magical this remote control is. It's the most ridiculous thing. It's quite embarrassing to be going through a lock and using the remote control. But it's good. It's so helpful, and Massa had so much fun with it. He would hide it in his pocket and move the boat, and people would just look very, very confused. He loved it. So tomorrow I will try and get, how far will I try and get? We'll see. Probably back to Castlebury Park, and then that leaves me with about 7 to 8 hours to get back to Harefield from there. But if the weather's good, then it'll be fine. It's been quite fun, actually. It has been quite nice to take the boat out. It feels like a boat when it's out. And it's a good thing actually to sort of see it in situ, as it were, out on the canals, because I haven't really done a proper trip on the boat since 21, maybe. That might be the last time we did it. And everything is looking older. So there's quite a few scratches now on the black on the hull, which which are going rusty in some places, so I need to deal with that. There's also a few scratches on the red paint, which is a shame, so it needs tidying up. It's been a little bit neglected for the last year, so I need to get on top of all those little jobs. And yeah, it's been useful though. It's definitely been a useful thing to do, and I've really enjoyed it. It's quite fun. When I first set out, there were times when I thought, actually, this is not much fun to do this on your own without another person, but I have quite enjoyed it. I mean, it's a funny thing cruising along, especially with a boat this size. It's not, you can't really get lost in your thoughts because you have to concentrate the whole time. So even though I've done sort of like 8 hours of cruising today, you haven't got time to get bored because you're having to concentrate the whole time. And I don't feel too tired, which is good. And that might also be because the locks take so long. So you've got time to sit down, but you're standing up as you drive. But it's been fine, actually. It just feels like days can very easily pass without doing much at all apart from cruising. But I do have some work to do this evening, so I need to crack on with that. I'm going to put the kettle on. I'm going to put some dry clothes on, and yeah.